This is my intro. Hey, welcome to my channel. Ow. Welcome to my channel. So I have on this vest to kind of get me right. And like my arms, you know how they have those suits where you can sweat and everything like that? That's cute. But I don't want to lose anything from my waist down. My goal, wait a minute. My goal is whatever's at the waist down is fine. Just I have no problem with my hips, my ass, my legs. I have no problem with that. I want to get rid of these dinner rolls and these flags that wave under my arms. It's really hard for me to find shirts. Well, let me do it this way. I can find shirts. There's no problem with finding shirts. The issue is my arms. There are a whole lot. That's why if you when you see me in my videos and stuff, I usually have on t-shirts. T-shirts, no problem. It's these. It's this. My arms up here, horrible. Most shirts I cannot put on because of my arms. So, um, this little vest or whatever, it's got the little material on the inside, the little plastic or whatever for you to sweat. I'm not afraid to sweat. I'm not afraid of any of that. But most of them, most of the shirts like this are geared towards the abdomen and the thighs. You know, it's kind of like one of those jumpsuits you put on and it's short sleeve. I need something long sleeve. I need to sweat these arms out. I need to get this weight off. So what I've been doing is I have a row machine and I use it. I have a 4 pound sandbag that I use, and I usually just sit. And people say, "Oh, 4 pounds, that's not going to do anything." I'm not going for bulk, I'm going for tone. So, what I was told by someone who is a gym guru, if you will, um, smaller the weights, the more reps you have to do. I don't mind that. So I'll sit with my 4 pound sandbag and lift. Literally, something as small as this. You'd be surprised at how tired your arm gets. 4 pounds is not heavy, but repetition, and you start to feel it. And that's what you want to do. I'm told you want to feel the burn. You want to feel that it's working for you. And that's my only goal. My goal is not to be looking like anyone's bodybuilder or anything like that. That's never been my goal. My goal is to tone up from the waist up. Um, there's nothing specific that I'm looking for. I'm not trying to get into a certain dress or anything like that. This is for me. Um, so I don't know. I've been talking about starting my weight journey for a long time, and I'm finally getting off my arse to do it. It started for me. It wasn't the laziness. I think what my eating is lazy. Um, what I did was I started intermittent fasting. I had done it before a few years back, and it worked wonders. Um, So I started intermittent fasting. My eating window is between 9:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. But what I did was I started to do 3 meals at 3 specific times of the day. Breakfast at 9:30, lunch at 1:30, which reminds me I got to get up and get something, and dinner at 5:30. Done. That's it. Um, if I do snack, it's a yogurt, it's some fruit, it's little those bars, those meal replacement bars, stuff like that. Now, The where I went wrong in the past is I would deprive myself of things like potato chips, cookies, and stuff like that. I would deprive myself of them, and in doing that, whenever I would have some, I didn't know how to control it. I would eat it as if it was a meal. I would eat it in abundance, and so what I had to learn how to do was mentally understand that depriving myself of it is making me want it more. So I had to learn portion control. Since I'm still not on portion control, and I'm not going to lie, because I have not had portion control all my life, this is why I'm where I am now. And since I'm not disciplined there just yet, I have to learn, I'm learning how to incorporate those things in. If I want potato chips, I have to get a napkin and put some on the napkin, as opposed to taking the entire bag and sitting somewhere and just eating. I could polish off a bag of chips with no problem. So again, now I'll take a paper towel or a napkin and I'll put some in that and eat it from there. Um, I'm learning slowly, and I understand now more than ever when my mother used to always say, it's easy to put it on, but it's harder to take it off. And it absolutely is. And I don't have one of those stories like, oh, I was deprived as a child or I ate through my emotions. No, I'm just lazy. That's it. I'm just lazy. I have no one to blame on my weight gain but myself. And it took me years to understand that I am beautiful at whatever size I am. And my husband helped me come to that. And I thank him for that. And it's not, and I had to realize within myself that it's not that I want to look like a certain person or I want to look a certain way. I want to feel better about how I look. And I don't know if that's the same thing, but that's my logic, whatever logic means to people. But anyway, this is my little start to my weight journey. And if you want to stick with me, I appreciate it. I can use all the encouragement in the world. It really means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. So this is some of what I do in a day. Hold on. There is a tension knob on here. I don't pay attention to it. There's a timer on here. I don't pay attention to that either. Usually what I do is if I don't want to work my legs by using the seat, I just pull. And the tension is set really high, so it's a harder pull. And I usually just sit back and I'll pull and I'll pull. I'm sorry, puppy. Watch out, mama. And I'll do this. My time of gauging is I'll either do this during a 30-minute television program and take my breaks during the commercials. That 30 seconds, that 40 seconds, however long the commercial break is. I'll take the break then. But then as the show is on, I work. So they usually, most times, most 30-minute programs turn out to be 22 minutes. So I'm doing this pull for 22 minutes. You know, I do it like that. Take my break during the commercials, and I do that. So far that works for me. I feel the burn. I recognize that since I do this a lot, it becomes a little easier for me. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep it at the easy point or if I'm supposed to make it harder for myself, like make the tension more so that, the workout is more intense. I'm not really sure. I don't work out, so I'm very, very new to this. But this is what I do when I'm doing my working my arms, because again, that's what I'm trying to do. I've been seeing so many different things that you can do in place of, like, instead of doing this, do this, instead of doing that, do that. Um, I don't know of any results, from seeing those alternative workouts, but I'm definitely up to trying. And I don't have any goal. Like I said, I have no goal of what I want to look like or anything. I have no time restraint. And that's a big thing for me because previous workout attempts or diet attempts have failed because I put a time limit on where I want to be. And for me, if I put a time limit, if I say I want to be a size 12 by the end of June and I don't hit that mark, I feel like I failed and I'll give up. I know myself. So I stopped putting a time limit on things and just started doing it as I feel comfortable doing it. And so far, that is working for me. I weigh myself every Tuesday in the same thing, a robe. That is it. The same robe. So there's no weight disparity with clothing and things like that. I don't know why Tuesday is the day, but I weigh myself every Tuesday. And so far, with the intermittent fasting alone, I'm losing about a pound a week because my body is going into that fasting mode where it's burning the it's working for me. I'll say that. So this is what I do. This is I have to take my dog outside because she's on the steps and she's whimpering. I know, Mama, I got you. So I'm going to go for a nice brisk walk outside. In this, I'm going to put a sweater on over it to layer. And as my weight journey goes on, I will update you guys possibly once a week as I do my weigh-ins. And as of today, or this past Tuesday, which was this date, I weighed this much. So I will keep you guys informed. Oh, and I'm this tall. And this is Nina. So, okay. Thanks for journeying along with me. I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for watching. This is the end. Bye.